What's going on, guys? It's phoxxtwo. Today I'm bringing you a gameplay from Gunsve 1. She was nice enough to let me use this gameplay here. She's playing hardcore kill confirmed, which you don't see a whole lot of hardcore on YouTube, it seems like, because typically the gameplay is a lot slower. People are being a lot more cautious, and it makes for some boring footage, to be perfectly honest. But this game is awesome. She is absolutely amazing in this game. She ends up going 64-6, I believe, which is just absolutely insane. She's using the PDW, diamond plated, of course, just how she likes it. Likes to keep it blinging a little bit. So again, I just want to thank Gunsve for the gameplay footage. I really appreciate that and support of the channel. Today's commentary, though, isn't going to be so much about the actual gameplay, but I have something a little bit special, a little bit different than anything I've done on the channel so far. Today's going to be my first dual com. So today I have with me phoxxone, the original gangster. Yes, I did get my name, my player name, from his. Him and I have been playing PC games, first-person shooter games, all kinds of video games for, oh man, all the way back to like 007 on Nintendo 64, so better part of a decade or more. So at this point, I'd like to introduce phoxxone, if you want to say hey.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
So phoxxone and myself, I've got a couple topics, some different stuff that I'd kind of like to discuss during this gameplay, so just sit back, relax, enjoy the commentary, enjoy the gameplay, and listen to this magical commentary that we're about to drop on you. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is Black Ops 2. Good, bad, indifferent. What's your opinions compared to Modern Warfare 3? I know you played Modern Warfare 3 a lot more than you've played Black Ops 2 at this point, but what's your impression so far?
Well, let's clear out the chicken before the egg comment here with phoxxone and phoxxtwo. If you remember back in the day on GoldenEye and whatnot, I actually ran with the call sign Loki.
I remember that.
Whenever you did split screen in GoldenEye and did like the multiplayer and whatnot, you would get, you'd have your call sign name, but then you'd have, if you did split screen, it would be Loki 1, Loki 2. Well, that's
right, I remember that.
Yeah. So whenever we changed over, or whenever I changed over to the Fox call sign, it was back in like, I don't know, probably the early 2000s, I went with phoxxone. It was just kind of funny because then he went with phoxxtwo, and it was kind of just, again, it's that OG shit, keeping with the original. So it was kind of cool. But anyways.
Oh, wow. I had almost completely forgotten how the actual, player names came to fruition, but got a little history lesson there from the original gangster himself, phoxxone. So, steering us back on topic here with Black Ops 2 versus Modern Warfare 3. Where do you land? What are your opinions? What do you like?
Sure, well, obviously our experience on Black Ops 1 was epic. The guys we played with then were awesome, and they were tons of fun, and it was really more of a communal thing for me. And I never really got that Modern Warfare 3, When the game came out, right away, I really wasn't excited about getting into it. I guess it was just because I had really put the footwork and the groundwork and concrete down on Black Ops, and I was never a big fan of the Modern Warfare series to begin with. Really, and it really has nothing to do with the things that people complain about with Treyarch. I get over all that shit. Yeah, the servers go down. Yeah, this shit happens, but really, it just comes down to the gameplay and the community, and I've never really attached to any of that shit with Modern Warfare 3. It just never was. It was never cohesive, and it was always just like almost an us versus them with Black Ops versus Modern Warfare 3, and I think it still is.
I felt the same way, almost like Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2. Infinity Ward, it's almost like an Infinity Ward group of fanboys versus Treyarch fanboys, and everybody's kind of got their favorite. I'm not going to lie, I like Black Ops and Black Ops 2 a lot more than I like Modern Warfare 3. I didn't really play Modern Warfare 2 that much myself, but one of the things that I really, really like about Black Ops 2 over all of the previous modern or Call of Duty games, rather, is the new Pick 10 system.
Yeah, that was a really unique adaptation of, you know, the if you want to call it class building or character building or create a class. I mean, it relates a lot back to like RPG and how as you're using weapons, you get proficiency unlocks almost, and it's kind of the same thing where you start to put your stat points and your skill points into that proficiency, and it just makes, I mean, it really just improves the gameplay of that weapon.
I agree completely with you. Excuse me. I agree completely with you. I really like how in this particular game, the way that the attachments are what are giving you better statistics on your guns rather than having to rely on perks in particular. It really seems like, and let me know if you disagree with this, but it really seems like that in this particular game, with all of the create a class or pick 10 system, if you will, possibilities, it's making a whole lot more weapons relevant. So yeah, it's not like true. Black Ops 1 where you gotta use the Galil with a silencer, you gotta use the FAMAS, you gotta use the AK-74U. You have to pick one of these overpowered weapons that are dominated and 90% of the community is using it. Instead, you can really use what's fun for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, case in point, I mean, the other day I was playing and I went on a freaking tear. I killed this guy and he dropped an LMG silenced with that, like, tracking...
The target finder
Yeah, the
scope?
target finder. So I picked that up and worked a room, and I mean, I went like 15-0 on just an absolute tear in this room. And it was, seriously, and I went and built that class right after that, or started to build that class. I was like, I'm going to work on this because that was just unreal how well that worked.
Yeah, sometimes in this game I've found that you can find a lot of success with picking up other people's weapons or, you know, listening to YouTube commentaries or...
Like this one.
Exactly, just like this one. Or talking to the people you play with and seeing what they run and what they have success with. Because what I use is not necessarily exactly the same thing as maybe Gunsve that you're watching on the screen right now uses. In fact, just to go off my point there, she runs the PDW all the time. I used to run the MSMC. That was my #1 moneymaker submachine gun. But I started watching some of her gun plays. I started talking to her about it. And now I run the PDW like 90% of the time. You guys are going to see some gameplays coming from me with that gun, just absolutely going ham. Holy shit, she just got a 5-piece kill with a lightning strike there. I don't know if you guys saw that. Fury kill medal on that. That is unbelievable. Make sure you guys leave Gunsve some love in the comments on this one. Getting back on a track. Black Ops 2 versus Modern Warfare 3. Which one's better? Flat out.
Oh, flat out Black Ops 2. I mean, gameplay, the levels, the quality of player, the community. I mean, hands down better.
You know what? I'm going to jump in. You said levels. That is one thing that pissed me off about Modern Warfare 3. 70 or 75 or whatever levels per prestige. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
that is ridiculous. And then they added 10 additional prestiges. Who has that much time? That is unbelievable. I'm an average guy. I work a 40-hour-a-week job. I just want to have fun, play some video games. I don't want to be completely shit on by the system.
Preach it, brother.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I'm sure you guys that are listening completely agree with me. 20 prestiges is absurd. I don't have 6 months worth of gameplay time to pump into this thing over a year period. So leave it at 10. Leave it at that. That's perfectly fine for me. Alright, well, as you can see, the gameplay is starting to wind down. I really appreciate phoxxone dropping in to do the dual commentary with me. There's going to be more dual commentaries coming with phoxxone if he's up for it.
Yeah, we're going to knock some out here.
Okay, well, that sounds awesome. So remember, guys, if you like the commentary, you like the video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you'd like to see, what you'd like to have us talk about. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you click the subscribe button and pass word along to your friends. I'll be uploading multiple videos every week. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.